Hey, Peanut Butter, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. I was so happy to see. Hold on just a second. I was so happy to I'm signing out on the YouTube side. I was so happy to see you monetize. I know you have worked hard for that, many hours. It's not an easy task. But I think you did it the right way as far as having all your subscribers first and then um, your monetization. That's my opinion. I I would have rather done it that way. Um, so to me, that was the better way to do it. Although both can be difficult, but I was happy for you, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna go on and support him and make sure I watch the and everything. And if I'm not watching, I still got you running if I'm editing or something like that. So I just wanted to say congratulations again, Peanut Butter, on your monetization. Hey, Miss TR, how are you doing? Thank you for joining the live. I had a few things I wanted to talk about, but I just didn't want to put the subject up. So even though I might say open discussion, and I have a few things and want to discuss, but I'll just wait just a little bit. So, how have you been doing, Miss TR? What you been up to? It is hot out here in California. Yesterday it was 105, and so I was low energy. And then today, I think it's like 96, something like that. Oh my gosh. Um, so even if it wasn't a quarantine, I think I would be in the house anyway because I can't be out there in the heat unless, something I have to have. I can't do it with this heat. And where I live, I think I've even seen 115. That's too hot. Hot. So I hope wherever you guys are, you're staying safe and staying cool because to me, it just drains all my energy. And I got some things I need to edit videos every Sunday. I do gospel music Sunday. So I want to just schedule those in advance up to a couple of months so, I can get that out of the way. So trying to find which song I want to showcase. But that's what I've been up to. Um, I wanted to do an unboxing because I received my soap from Nadia, and I haven't package from from the post office. I haven't even opened it because I want it to be, you know, I don't know what's in the box. So it'll be a surprise for me too. But I wanted to kind of give her a shout out, her business a shout out. So yeah, that's coming up. It's just wow, just so much to do. So yeah, I know what's going on with you, Peanut Butter. You probably came on, but trying to get some sleep because I know where you live, and there's a little bit of time difference, but I know what hours you work. Uh, so I'm good. It's hot, second day, and I was in my garden harvesting tomatoes, bok choy, basil, and lettuce. Oh, bok choy! I love bok choy. I know you're good at it. You got a green thumb. I'm gonna try some things, but I don't have a green thumb. So I'm gonna start off with a couple of things. And I decided to do the tomatoes and the what else did I say? I was gonna do the mint because I like mint in my water. With some lemon and mint or cucumber and mint. I love to put that in my water. So remember I told you I was gonna do the inside gardening. But yeah, I will let my tomatoes get red, but I want I love fried green tomatoes, and green tomatoes is not easy to find at the grocery store or the farmer's market. So every now and then I can find some, the little tomatoes on the vine. So what I do is I pick them green off the vine in the store and bag them and leave the rest of them. I know. But that's the only way I can find some green tomatoes, if I don't have them at home. So I try green tomatoes because I love them. I love them. And put that Italian seasoning or panko, whatever, but it's delicious. Delicious. The unboxing her stuff is always nice. Yep. I still have a package that I had from a few months ago from Nadia and other stuff. Just haven't been motivated. You think it's the heat? Just draining energy because I had my fans on for a little while, but I had to turn that AC on. I mean, because it's like, man, I can't do it. Plus, my dogs, you know, they usually try to find a cool place. And one dog liked to sleep under the table, and the other dog, he likes to sleep up under me. Wherever I am, he is. And then the other one, I have three. The other one likes to go in my master bath and lay right by the toilet. So that's his cool place. So, yeah. So when it's hot, I don't confine them to a room. I let them go wherever it's hot. And you're right, Miss TR. Sometimes it's hard to be motivated, but I have to push myself. Because it's like I guess I feel overwhelmed sometimes to the point where, okay, if I'm doing this, I feel like I should be doing that, you know. But soon as I get off the live today and I feed my little one again and I eat, um, I think I'm going to start knocking off some of the things off of my plate. And then my brother, which he has a channel, and when I do my gospel Sundays, I showcase his channel in the description area, and he does straight reading of the Bible, no Bible study, no preaching, teaching, or whatever. Well, I guess it's considered teaching, reading, but he reads it, and just to give people that convenience of they can just sit back and listen. So I showcase that in my description area. But then, I'm not going to tell too much because it's in the beginning stage. But because of the experience that I have on YouTube, podcasts and vlogging and, other things, um, he presented me with an opportunity to, and I don't worry about it too much on well, I don't worry about it, but on YouTube, if there's background noise or whatever, we all got, something in the background. Sometimes those of us who have dogs or, you know, uh people in the background or other sounds, we don't too much worry about it. But when you're doing something that you can't have those background noises, so I'm converting other bedroom that's gonna be a combination guest bedroom, which I don't see any guests coming over too soon. So it could basically be my podcast room. And I'm taking there's two closets in there. So one of the closets, the walk-in closet, I'm taking the clothes and my shoes and everything out of there, put it in the other two, and then I'm gonna take shelving down, maybe put it in the other closets, and make it soundproof so I can go in there and work, and do sound podcasts, and that way it won't be any distractions. I just been in a mental funk. Haven't been myself after I had. Yeah, I know. Yeah, my spirits are off balance. And Miss TR, this, you know, whether people want to realize it or not, this quarantine takes a toll from you because I had slowed down anyway. But when I felt like when I felt like just go catching a movie, and I didn't do I don't hit the street, but when I felt like doing it, I could do that. And so there's no way, whether they open it or not, there's no way I'm going to inside movie theater. Now there are other options that will be opening up, and we got a few, but that's a little farther than I want to go. But we got a few drive-in theaters that's in the works, and so so people are going back to drive-in theaters now, and which is a good thing. And see, I would eat or bring my snacks with me, make sure I'm good, so I don't have to go to the restroom. So I can see me doing that, you know. I can see me, not a lot, but I can see me doing that at least once a month. But this thing, whether we want to admit it or not, and this was even on on TV. I was listening to um, different psychologists, therapists. This is taking a toll on people. Yes, that's a nice idea with your closet. Yeah, and then getting some things which I heard, if you save your cardboard egg cartons, you can put that's a good thing for acoustics, or they got stuff especially for that. So I think I'm gonna start saving my egg cartons, and so I can use my closet as a studio. So I'm not going to get into it more because I want to wait until it manifests, because my brother is basically re, not researching because he knows the business, but just setting everything up. So we'll go more and more into it, and as it progresses. So I don't want to tell too much of it. But back to being quarantined. I've even heard therapists is really affecting people, and some people just handle it a little bit better than others. Because I think I'm handling it better because I had kind of changed my lifestyle, to the point that I wasn't going here, there, and everywhere. I'd rather have, I go out to dinner, I go see a movie, little things like that. But I rather, and then, concerts aren't I didn't go every weekend, maybe 3 or 4 weekends. 5 or 6 go to concerts, but I'd rather go on a good vacation, a good one, like a cruise. So I had things I did, but not like I used to. I kind of withdrew on my activities. So it's not hitting me hard. I miss some things, but it's I'm it's not bad for me like it is for other people. That's nice for warm weather states, but live in New Jersey, it would be cold for a drive-in movie. But you know what, Miss Chicago? I didn't go into a lot of walk-in theaters. That's all we did was drive in. Even as a child, when my sister was older than me, she would take me with her on her dates when she went to the drive-in. Um, and we lived in Chicago. So you just have to be prepared to have your motor running or bring lots of blankets, you know. So I don't remember. And then sometimes I don't think the snow was bad, I think they closed it down. But but I'm just trying to remember. But we did blankets, a lot of blankets when it was cool. But when it got cold, you're right. You're right. If it got too cold, we didn't go. But if it was like 40, I think 50, Chicago could get, then we would just do the blankets or leave the the motor running. But yeah, yeah, I know New Jersey is just as cold or colder than it is in Chicago, so I understand where you're coming from. But I'm trying to remember as a child, I don't remember it ever being in when the snow was down, when it was cold. So, but I know that was available. Like one of the things I was just talking that I wanted to discuss too, and I don't know, it may be a part of what's going on now. Um, I just heard that Elvis Presley grandson committed suicide, and and that's the one that come up to my mind. But there's been a lot of suicides. Gosh, it's like, what is going on? And then just a lot of things, period, sad things, tragic things happening in 2020. You know, that YouTuber that was pregnant. And I didn't know about her until, until her death. But you probably heard about it. Um, and then, hold on just a second. And then Naya Riviera, she drowned here in California at Lake Hyrule, I think it's pronounced. And that's in Ventura County. And there's a mystery behind that. I think today um, they found her body. They found a body, and I think they confirmed it not too long ago that that was her. And it's just, tragedy after tragedy after tragedy. And it's like, and people are saying it, but and usually I like to stay positive, which is very hard sometimes, with everything going on. And then we have to make sure our mental state is good, our emotional state is good. And that's why in another live I was talking about the subject, the topic for the day. What are you doing for your emotional health. What things are you doing? Because we need something positive. And I think what I used to do on my podcast is when a famous person or someone who people know, if it was YouTubers or people in entertainment. Yes, I did, but they don't know how yet. Yes, I did. Okay. I'm not sure which subject because I jumped around so much. Um, you know, I used to do on my podcast when someone died, just to let the viewers know that this person has passed away. And if it was something that, didn't involve overdosing on drugs, I would do it. Or if it was drugs, I tried to, I just kept that. But for the last few months, I stopped doing it because it was just been too many back to back to back to back. And I just didn't want to keep on doing podcasts of this person pass away, um, this person committed suicide, this person drowned. You know, I just couldn't do it anymore. It was affecting it was affecting me, and I felt like I don't want. I want to inform people because some people don't even look at the news anymore because of everything that's happening. They don't want to hear that a lot, and I try to find um, good nature stories on the internet that I think people would be interested in, just to keep the conversation light and not take your mind off of things. But it's hard to find something good that I think people would be interested in. Hey, Miss B Town, how you doing? How are you doing? Thank you for coming in. We were just talking about what's been happening in 2020, you know, with the Glee person, Miss Riviera, with her drowning. And we just found out they did find her body in Lake Piru. And then the YouTuber, because you did a story, B Town, you did a story on the YouTuber that was pregnant. Did you ever get an idea of how she died? Because I know somebody was saying that they saw on Instagram that she died during childbirth, but I don't know that. I don't know yet. I don't know if that was it, but that, and I didn't know her, and she it just touched my heart. My town has had a lot of killings of young people and drive-by shootings. Plus, these YouTube streets have not been kind to me as well. Yeah, yeah, I know, Miss TR. I was, I was hecked people discussing me out, being disrespected here on YouTube. Yeah, I got a little bit of what was going on. When I go into other people's lives, I got a little bit of what's going on. Um, mm, Yeah, I know you have. So, uh, if I don't see a comment that is disrespectful, and you guys see one, I'm gonna make some changes so you guys could have a wrench. So if you see a comment, you can get rid of the people. Cause see, I don't play with trolls. Hey, empath, how are you doing? Good evening. Just finished working at car wash now. Tuning in. Oh, thank you for tuning in. Wow. I need to go to the car wash, but I didn't even know whether they were open or not. And I'm gonna check out if they're open. I'm gonna check out, how um how they're social distancing, how they figured it out. I know you could stay in your car if you have a drive through, but I'm talking about when you're paying for it, you know, uh, what's the deal? And I know afterwards, the guys, well, not just guys, they come out and, finish drying it off and vacuum and all that bit. So I want to see how they're operating these days, because my car will have to wait till I wash it. And it's been hot, so I probably could get out there a little towards the evening when it's still warm and do it myself. Cause it's not bad, but yeah, yeah. B Town says, as of 4 hours ago, still don't know how she died. Okay, okay. Yeah, cause the only update I know, like I told you, I can't remember her name. Is it Kia something? Cause like I said, I wasn't familiar to her until all this came out, and then I went to see some of her videos because I think her mom made the decision. She had scheduled some and she was going to let them play. So the video that I saw is when she made that milk bath, you know, and and her boyfriend was just so excited about having that baby, and I think it was a boy. They said having that baby, and oh gosh, the heartbreak that all of her family and friends are experiencing is like, whoa, I don't know. It's just been so I'm gonna try, and I don't want people to think I'm being insensitive, but I'm gonna try to look for some more stories to just uplift you. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. I had to see what my dogs were doing. They were too quiet. Nicole Thea. Okay, I'm saying Kia, but it's Nicole Thea. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, her and her boyfriend were dance partners. Okay, okay. Yeah, I saw one little skit in the beginning, but I didn't see enough of the videos to know whether that was something they did. I just started watching some just to get a feel for who she was. Beautiful young girl. And I think she was only like 23, 24. And it's like, wow. Best time to wash your car is when it rains by washing it itself. It never rained in California for a while, but I hear you. And then I tell you, one car was clean after heavy rain, and and it had stopped. So, I wiped down everything, put that car in my garage, and took the other one out because I heard it was going to rain the next day. So that could get, that could get a washing. Yeah. And let the rain wash the soap off. That's a good idea, PR. I've done it. I haven't put the soap on there. I wasn't out there, but when the weather let up, I would dry it off and put it in the garage. Yeah, 24 Beat Town 24. That is just, it's just heartbreaking for everybody involved to, to think you're going to be parents. Not only do you lose your fiance, you lose your son or your, grandson in the mom and dad's case. Uh, so yeah, I just don't want people to think I'm insensitive, but I just feel like I want to dig and try to find some human interest story, something, an act of kindness that somebody did for someone, and something happy, just for to give people a break from all the bad, tragic news. And like a so yep. But once I am outside out, I am out until time to stay in. Yeah, yeah, you out there. But what I do is, if I have to get out there for anything, in fact, if I go out there for anything, I okay, what do I else do I need? And I go get that real quick, and then I stay in. And I don't have an outside job, so that works fine for me. Because a lot of people are going back to work. Some want to go back. Some are very nervous about going back. At first, my daughter was very concerned about going back, and so her and her husband, they're both back to work. And hey, I'm gonna tell you, I pray for my kids, my grandkids, my daughter, her husband, all my, I pray for them because uh, some people don't have the luxury, of working inside. And then some people want to go out and they're going to take precautions, but they're sick of the house. They're sick of staying in. Hey, Zero, what's up? How are you doing? What are you up to? I'm just normal things for me: housework, editing, my dogs. Hey, Purple, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in. I was just, going over some of the sad things that's been happening on YouTube, and thanks for some of you guys for bringing out that news. And I used to do podcasts bringing out some of the sad things and people passing away, but it just got to be too much. Too many things are going on, and I just don't want to be that channel that back to back to back to back, all I'm doing is telling news of someone, you know um passing away or suicide. I just don't want to do it. Yep, take care of everything before I go in to stay. Have not worked since 2008, but the lockdown gave me courage to come out. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, because some people are getting a lot done by the quarantine, you know. Uh, and then some people are just so sick of being in the house. So I'm glad that you got the courage to go out and do some things. I was just reading some of the notes, some of the comments. Let me start putting some up here. Excuse me. Okay, I think I'm good. I won't put up, of course, you guys speaking to each other. But yeah, I just wanted to find some good news amidst all this bad stuff that's happening. When everyone start, when everyone else start hiding, I feel safe to come out. I understand what you're saying. Because for a long time, the freeways were clear, the streets was clear. You didn't even see the stray dogs outside. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I understand what you're saying. Um, but even before this, I was telling the ones that was in here earlier. Um, I had stopped a lot of the things I was doing or wasn't going as often. So I kind of slowed down a little bit. So when the quarantine time came, it's like, okay, it wasn't a big difference. And like I said before, I'm just taking it, I think, better than maybe some people are taking it because it was closer to my lifestyle anyway. But some people was just so used to going out and about all the time, ripping and running, whether it be whatever it was, and then to suddenly not go outside. Um, yeah. But I congratulate you for going out there because a lot of people felt the opposite. I'm not going out there. But you found it, you made it an opportunity to make you some coins. Zero says, I'm doing well, Marilyn. Just woke up. Well, I know you work a lot. So I figure when you come in, I'm not sure whether you just woke up at work or whatever. So I'll be thankful that all you guys come in. But I know that you're back to work, Zero. You're at work a lot of times. But yeah, I'm just tired. I don't want to be that channel that all the time bring in tragedy all the time. I'm gonna look for some good stuff. And one of the good things I'm going to do, and I'm not going to do it on live. I'm going to make a video of it. Is like I was telling Miss TR before you guys came in. I'm going to do it unboxing. I had gotten from Nadia A. I got some of her soaps, but I don't even know what's in it. I got the surprise package. So I think that'll be a break, something good, positive. Give her a shout out, give her business a shout out. So I've had it for a little bit because I was dreading going to the post office. Because the last time I went to the post office, one of the employees, I was at the machine getting stamps, to avoid the crowd inside. And one employee came out there all up in my face with her, get out of my face. And I don't care if you do have a mask on. She was just like, all up on me, get back. And so I was dreading going back. So my P.O. box was there. I said, well, maybe if I go like around just as they're closing, because the PO box part is still open, or when they're closed, then I can avoid it. So that's what I've been doing is going after hours to the PO part. But yeah, I went and got that. So I'm real, yeah, I wanna do that. It seems like people act like there's a zombie apocalypse going on right now. you know. I hear what you're saying. Um, but I just, cut down before then, so it wasn't such a big change for me. And the things that I miss, is like, okay, I try not to drill on it because I'm just waiting for, and it'll be next year, hopefully. I'm just waiting for the time I can go on a cruise, Zero. And but I want to wait until they open it up and then and kind of uh check and see what the after of effect. Um, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I've gone on cruises and come back with a bad cold most of the time, not every time. I'm sick afterwards, so I don't want to go on a cruise when it first opens up because I know and maybe my immune system was just low, so I'm doing things just building up my immune system. But my thing is, I want to go on a good cruise. And I don't necessarily have to get off the ship. I can go someplace I've been, before. And so going out there, if I feel like I'm not trusting, this particular excursion, I'll stay on the cruise and walk around and do some other things. But that's really what I'm waiting for to be able to cruise again. I used to report on positive stories on my other channel because I wanted to find the positive stories that never get any shine. But most people report the tragedy. Right. They report the tragedies. And like I said before, I was doing those, if this person died, I was, paying homage to them and, telling up their accomplishments or trying to, and I was doing that. But then this year, 2020, back to back to back to back, it's like, I don't want to do that. I mean, that, I just didn't want to continuously doing the tragedies. And unfortunately, from the start, 2020 been tragedies. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Kobe, I I really thought about that when I did that, and that wasn't a long one. I just wanted to tell a little bit of information that just came out, then I backed off. I didn't do a update on information. And I think that was the only one. Now, when little Richard died, I just did something showing his struggles. I just waited on that for a while. And I just showed how he was torn between uh his his what he did for a living, and what I felt was in his heart, the way he wanted to live. But then his money making, his craft was what people knew him from. They didn't know. So I wanted to show both sides of Little Richard. Check and see, what if they never open anything up? What if they say a new virus wreaks havoc on the world? How would you react to that? That's a good question. Um, if I'm not able to cruise, let me address that. If I'm not able to go on a cruise, then I'll figure something out as far as doing something, because I just like to ride sometimes. Put on some nice music and just drive. And you know, I'll just kind of try to figure something else. But if something never opens up again, which I'm not believing that it won't, but if it does, um, it just does. I mean, what can I do about it? I'll just adapt. Um, Not like I can't stay busy, because I'm busy as I don't know what right now. Um, but that's something to really think about. Kind of depressing, though, Zero, but that could be a reality. As depressing as it is, that could be a reality. I did a trivia for Little Richard and told the story of how I met. Oh, okay. I gotta look through your playlist because I didn't. I've met some people, but I've never met him. Um, that sounds so interesting. That sounds so interesting to hear that story, how you met him. I'm gonna have to look for that video. I don't want you to tell me about it. It'll spoil the video for me. But getting back to the previous question is some things going on, and I had told Miss TR about it earlier, that is being worked on right now, and I really didn't want to say a lot because it's being put together. Uh, so I'll have something else on my plate because I can always find something to do, you know. Um, I can always I can always find something in my house that I want to change or repaint or upgrade or whatever. But if this is the new normal, Zero, if this is the new normal, then I, I just have to adjust my life accordingly. But personally, and a lot of people might disagree with me, personally, because of my spiritual beliefs, I'm good. I'm good. Whatever happens, I'm good because my faith in God, and that's where our peace comes from. And that's where our joy comes from. So I'll just have to adjust. I'm hungry. I think I'm going to have some soup at my harvest. I kind of figured. I don't know what he said it like that, but I don't know why that made me laugh. Soup at my harvest from the garden salad from uh with two boiled eggs. That sounds good and healthy, Miss TR. My God, yes, yes. But just imagine if he's right. This may be the new normal. Just have to adjust. Yeah, I can be depressing, and a very good way to control people by limiting fun. I think you meant, yeah, it can be depressing and a very good way to control people by limiting fun and enjoying, but it could cause rebellion in those that want to be, those that want, I think you meant don't want to be caged. I agree, Zero. All this, I agree. It's a way to control people, fearful of this, fearful of that. This happened, you're depressed. And all you have to do is dangle a carrot in front of you, so to speak, or something shiny, just to pull you into whatever agenda they have. I agree with you. I agree with that. That is right. I know that is right. Yeah. But I know, because people are rebelling now. And if it gets any worse than this, ooh, I shudder to even let it come out of my mouth because I am saved. You got that right, Miss TR. Because I am saved, I have to keep reminding myself you're more than a conqueror. That's right. That's right. And so things getting tough, it getting tough up in here. Who we got, Miss TR? You know he got us. He got us. Yeah, I kind of figured that. Hey Nadia, how are you? I am doing good. Hope you are too. I was just talking about doing my unboxing because I don't even know what I got yet in that package. I don't even know. Nadia is speaking to everybody. Hey Nadia Boo, says B Town. Let me just slide these. And Nadia's talking to B Town. I think peanut butter is probably asleep. Cause he be holding them long lives. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Skins? Thank you for coming in. Zero had posed a very good question or scenario as far as what if things don't get better out here? Okay, what would we do if things don't get better? What if there's another virus come around? People will do anything to feel safe. If you scare someone enough, you can make people do pretty much anything to just feel right. I agree. I agree. And see, the thing about it that I don't like is they telling people stay in the house, wash your hands, do this, do that, wear a mask. Okay, yeah. And then they try to put out there, okay, now, okay, we're opening up this business and we're opening up that business. And then they're reporting, okay, the numbers are up. Thank you, Nadia. The numbers are up. And so it's like, I don't care. At this point, say what they want to say, they do what they want to say. I'm gathered, I got certain feelings on how I feel about things. And so from all the information I gather, I'm gonna do what's best for Maryland. I want to know what you got in your surprise package. I do too. I do too. I'm gonna do a Nadia. Nadia's here. Nadia, I haven't done that yet, but yeah, I'm gonna make a video out of it. And so all of you guys watch it because I'm gonna showcase Nadia's surprise package. So it'll be a surprise to me. I know zero is a very possible situation, Muriel. But I know. I mean, it's not far fetched at all to think that you know this is how it's going to be. That's not far fetched at all. The thing is zero, and this may sound cliche. I don't care if it does because this is the way I feel. I I'm a child of God, and whatever happens, I will adjust. And I'm just waiting, and I'm praying for a lot of people. I'm just waiting for that time that he gonna take us all out of here. He coming back for his kids, his childrens, and. So I got to trust that I gotta trust that I'm protected because he said he would not leave or forsake me. So I gotta trust that in these times. We have to trust in the times that Don't look too good. Oh, it's easy to trust when everything's hunky dory. We will have to adjust to the times and do what we got to do to be safe and use wisdom in all that we do. That's right, Miss TR. That's gonna be the times we really gotta, if it get worse than what it is now, and then back to back, here come another something to try to take us out and put fear in us or controlling us, whatever the agenda is. And we just have to we gotta do what we need to do. I would the same thing, Marilyn. I'm gonna do what's best for Zero. Right, Zero is like, you know, you hear something different depending on the day. You hear something different. So in essence, and see skins, he be telling some things too, of what's going on, you know. And I'm sure you guys have heard him say, some of the things that's going on that some people just got their eyes closed to it. So get to research, get the information, and then you can make more of an educated decision based on things that you know. So they're not gonna be pulling my chains here and there, telling me it's good to do this. Oh, it's not to do this. You can do that. Oh, you can't do that. You're not doing me that way. You're not doing me that way. Like I'm somebody's little, puppet that you can pull my strings every time, you got an agenda. Okay, I want this, the powers that be, I want this to happen and this to happen. So we're gonna put out there that it's this, and this. It might be this, but we're gonna exaggerate, you know, and then we're gonna make them panic and I'm just gonna do what's good for Maryland. Amen. I'm a testimony that I have made it through a lot worse. You right. You right, B Town. I don't think anybody that's in here now haven't experienced some tragedy, some setbacks. So we know we didn't been some through some. I will be willing to bet everybody on here we didn't been through some stuff. Yep, we gotta be ready though. Gotta be ready, skins. But we didn't been through some stuff. You know, we ain't been privileged like some people. We've had to, you know, fight for stuff. We've had to change depending on the situation to protect us and our loved ones. Been through adversity. So if anybody know how to survive, us black folks should be well trained on how to survive because we didn't. Most of us have done it all of our lives. So this is a much deeper scenario, probably, but we got it in us. We got it in us to do what we got to do to protect us and ours. We got it in us. If people weren't using wisdom before then, they most likely they will never will. And so, woe to them. Woe to them. Because you got to stop and think a lot of times, why is this happening? How is this happening? Try to get you some knowledge in that. Um, and then you have more to work with as far as making your decisions. And most people are just followers. I won't say most. A lot of people are followers. Anything somebody tell them to do, they hear it on the news. They hear it on TMZ. So if they hear it on TMZ, it's got to be so. You better wake up and open your eyes and see how people are being manipulated. I tell you, you got, get that information for yourself and then make a decision, research and try to see as much as your ability, as much as you can grasp. And then work from there. But I'll be willing to say all of us here, we ain't had no easy life where things were just handed to us and we lived a privileged life and everything we want we got. Every situation that happened, um, you know, mm-mm. We are a resilient people. Pestilence and fear is someone controlling the atmosphere right now. A lot of times in the laboratory, cooking up ways to control, like Zero says. I would never live my life in fear. Terrorism will never rule my life. I won't go gently into that good night. I will be the one who will rage against the dying of the light. And that's the key word, fear. You keep people in fear. And I've heard you say it before, but I pointed it out too. That's how you control people, get them fearful. And then when the real deal comes, as far as what's the word I want to use? As far as martial law and what that's leading to and what that's gonna ultimately lead to, then that's an easier task. Mind control. It's an easier task if people are fearful. But at the same time, so much, so much different information is put out there. It's like, what? So what do I believe? You gotta research. You got to not fall for the okey doke, but then you got to take some things in and say, okay, this may be it, but something's going on. So until I have a better understanding of really what's going on, I may have bits and pieces, but I don't have the whole puzzle put together. But I got a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Okay, then I got to make a decision for myself on a little bit I know and just pray that I can get a better understanding of what's really going on. You were right. The first time, Maryland, is most people are followers. That's why people want leaders to do the thinking that they don't want to do, and if things don't work, okay, then they have someone to blame for everything. And long time ago, and let me just make this real quick and not preachy. Um, long time ago, it was certain things, and it wasn't really a king, and the people wanted a king, and these are in biblical days, and people wanted a king, and look what they got. Look what they got, and then it's like you wanted a king, and here you go, and that's how I feel with some of these leaders right now. Okay, you followers, you can't think for yourself. You want somebody uh, uh, to lead you. And so, whatever way it happened, here you go. You got a leader. I'm going to give you what you asked for. You want a leader, didn't you? Be careful what you ask for. Because some people wanted this person, you know, and look what's happening. Look who we got. Be careful what you ask for. Be right back. I have to take out garbage tonight. Okay. All right, Miss TR. Have fun. How's she gonna have fun taking out the garbage? Zero. You a mess. Yeah, but getting back to what's going on, I'm gonna try my best to start. And you know what? I'm just going to try to get something that I think people will enjoy. It's not going to, if it gets the views, it gets the views. But I think that with what's going on, people need to hear, it's enough channels out there, enough things online, and enough things on the news that's depressing. So I'm going to just try to do more things that are lighthearted. Um, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to stay away from the story, certain stories, and I know certain stories will get you clicks and views, but I'm gonna try to stay away from those, unless I feel like I got some information and I'm not seeing nobody with it. And I think it would be important to bring that out. So I'm just going to try to focus on more things. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not going to. I don't want my channel to be a drama channel. But if someone passed away that did so much good, I want to point out the good things. I want to point it out, and not so much emphasize that they died tragically or whatever. I just when I do bring a story, I just want to show what they did to make their life better and other people's lives better on the way. So that's my goal, and have a life lesson in there. Have a life lesson, and even that, and I like that a lot of you guys have game night, and I want to do another game night. Um, and I got a good one, but it's I got to contribute, a lot of things as far as getting the information. And some of you have done something very similar to it, but I want to take it a step further because game night is a good distraction. It's a good distraction from, and then somebody else's channel. Um, they play music and people use their emojis to dance and whatever. And, and it's alive and they take it down because before YT can take it down. But it's just a distraction and just having fun, and people are talking smack, and it's just a good time. And so the game part, I really appreciate that. So I appreciate that. So I want to do a game night Saturday, of something fun. Um, it's been done, but I want to take it a step further and see to have a creative mind, more creative, and I want everybody to have a good time as a distraction. And the interesting thing is that some of the followers will actually think they're free thinkers. I know zero. I know, and I'm thinking of a few channels that I used to go to years ago, and even before. Well, I won't say that. I used to go to them when I first started, and I was just going to different channels, it's recommended, and I go, and then I, go afterwards because, you know, free thinkers, like you said, and then I come find out that, well, I don't know. I don't really feel, because I'm being, I felt like I'm being, how do I want to put it? Certain channels, I felt like I was being steered in a certain way to believe what they were believing. You know what I mean? So when I start feeling that, and I start feeling some channels were more of a cult, you know what I mean? And like, I'll be a part of that, you know. Everything this person say, is the gospel to the viewers that's on the channel and to the subscribers. No, that's right. That's right, Zero. I gotta do what's best for me. So if, and I pray that don't happen, but if I go down a certain path, I don't have nobody to blame but me. Cause I could say I have free will. I didn't have to do this, but I did it because I was in this mindset. It's not like you're going to get everything 100% correct. So if I make a mistake regarding my life, okay, I'll correct it and use it as a life lesson and keep on pushing. So, guys, I had another subject I want to talk about too because, oh gosh, I was kind of like I said, I don't want to just put a topic down. I want to be able to switch and change, which I can anyway, but I don't want to title it a certain way. I just want to keep it like an open discussion, but I want to also keep some things that I just want to touch on bases on, and I did that earlier. What's going on in 2020, with all the tragedies and things. And I wanted to touch on that. I wanted to pay homage to Miss Thea that was pregnant and she lost her life. And I just wanted to pay homage to her because she had a good, she was a YouTuber. So it's like, you know, don't you kind of think, okay, this person is one of ours. Even if you don't subscribe, and I've never heard of it, when somebody say a YouTuber have a problem and something happens, you kind of feel like even afterwards, you have a sisterhood, or or that was a brother that he was just trying to make a difference and and that's what I want to point out, people who made a difference and not drill on the fact that they're not here anymore, and not make it depressing, but like celebrate somebody's life, huh? Just celebrate their accomplishments, what I tried to do with some of the people after I thought it. And I said, oh, I don't want to do this because I'm going to tell you, and I don't care. People can have their opinions about things, but whether you have your opinions about what I'm getting ready to say or not, there's certain people still touch you because you've seen them all the time. They're on TV, whether I'm talking about Kobe, you see them on TV, you say, wow, just not too long ago, he was doing this, and his life he's gone. And so I've been seeing more and more people just celebrating the things that he tried to do. Um, you know, because what we do when we celebrate Martin Luther King birthday, we try to celebrate the things that he worked towards, the things that he accomplished. We don't drill on the step by step reason why he's not here anymore. Not so much. We just try to remember his legacy. So that's what I aim to do. And you guys, I might fall short sometimes, but that's my aim because another thing I was thinking about is where I want my channel to go. You guys heard me speak of this as far as when my watch time hours was taken away, it made me stop and think, and what do I really want to accomplish? Because this, it could be taken away, and this could be taken away, and you fight it, and they ain't doing nothing about it. So, okay, what do I do from here? So that just made me want to stop and evaluate what I want to accomplish on my channel. I don't want to be a drama channel. I don't want to be a rag channel where I don't want to condemn anybody, but I will, if you got some shortcomings, I will bring it to the light if you just, thinking you somebody's role model, and I will point out, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're not a role model because people are watching them and thinking, they're gonna try to pattern their life, put them on pedestals, and Oh, okay, Miss B Town. Yeah, and put them on pedestals, and they don't deserve to be on that pedestal. And I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it right now, so you guys can kind of get an idea what I'm talking about. Don't you dare. And this does not mean that I don't, I don't know them to like them or dislike them. They don't even run in my same circle. But I'm going to tell you right now, Jada and Will Smith are not role models. Thank you very much. And people have an opinion, and you guys can disagree with me, but they are not role models. You can like their movies, and you can like that, and that's the furthest it should go. Like their art, like their craft. Will Smith makes. I like his movies. I ain't putting him on no pedestal, and I'm surely not gonna look at him and get it as no pattern the way I want to live my life. They are not role models, people. They are not. People don't usually celebrate Martin Luther King on his birthday, but I do, and I celebrate Malcolm X. And this week I will celebrate Ness. That's right, and you will celebrate what they brought to the table. And I think we try, and sometimes it'll creep up because sometimes the deed is so horrific that it just creeps in your mind. But you try to just look at their legacy and what they contributed, and yeah, good for you, Zero. I heard that. I agree. Yeah, B Town, and I think you're talking about Jada and Will. Ain't nobody's role model. Get the heck out of here. Get the heck out of here. I'll have, you know what? Whatever that's their life. That's between them and God. I don't have no heaven and hell to put them in, but I can voice my opinion that they are not role models. Saying that for how many times? I said it for about 4 times, but truly. And a lot of them aren't. A lot of them aren't. Just like they just, I wouldn't say they like everybody else, but they're people that can make mistakes. And the mistakes that they make, I just don't want it for my life or anybody that I care about. I don't want it for their life. Uh, because some of the stuff that's going on can lead to a dangerous outcome. Okay. That can be dangerous. Some people playing those games and trying to repeat with somebody because they think it's cute. Don't lose your life over no nonsense. Don't lose your life over nothing. Honestly, I don't care what they do in their personal life. It's really none of my business anyway. Oh, I'm making it my business because they put it out there. If they want to keep that to themselves, they wouldn't have no red table talks. So they put their business out there. So I'm making my business to say that they ain't no role model, and they not. Miss B Town said like what they do. Let me backtrack. Let me just backpedal just a little bit. Zero. I hear where you're coming from, but anytime people do things, and instead of keeping quiet, because we would know things unless we were told, So instead of, okay, we all did this and, you know, don't kiss and tell. But for whatever reason, they come out with this, which has no value except to show us that they people will make mistakes, but it has no value except to show you what not to do. And then instead of letting it be still again, they sit around the table and talk about it again. And then another person comes in and got his opinion, and I'm talking about 50, got his opinion, and then Will had to basically, kind of cuss him out. So you are on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram. So you made it everybody's business at least to comment, at least to comment on. Now, are we to condemn them? Like I said, I don't have no heaven and hell, but I will say, like I said before, they are not role models. They are not role models. So from what they say, because I don't know them personally, I just I don't have people like that in my circle, but I don't know them personally. But I can only tell what people do or how people are by what they say, and what they say in their actions tell me what kind of fruit they bear, because it says you can tell how a person is. That's scripture. We are just not supposed to condemn them, because basically I'm just worried about my porch being swept and cleaned, if you catch my drift. I'm worried about me. But if I could tell some young people out there who are impressionable and watching this madness, if I could tell them, stop, they ain't no idol. They not a role model. Don't do that. Don't go that route. If I can stop some young folks from being stupid and following people that have not earned the title of being a role model, a mentor, I'ma say it. That's not condemning. They show me their fruit, so I'm the fruit inspector. Uh, wasn't it August that originally put this business out in the first place? I think so. Yeah, he didn't go by the rules. He didn't go by he didn't go by the rules, their rules, from what I see and what they've said. He was kiss and tell. Nobody would have never known any of this, because no matter what Jada and Will did, they little side things, but then he brought a new dimension into the game. So yeah. Will I lose sleep? Nah. Nope. But if I could point out things, or any of us who have a platform, if we can point out things on stories we do or on content on our channel, and it's a life lesson that for people who have ears to hear and eyes to see it, we've done our channel some justice of what we're trying to accomplish. Not everything is when we play games, because you gotta have some fun. But if you're doing stories like, Will and Jada, or other people, like I said, a life lesson could be, don't follow that, don't follow them. That's the life lesson for today. Don't do what they do. People think that they are entitled to the personal lives of public figures. Yeah, I agree with you. But a lot of times the public figure put it out there. Okay. And if another, say, TMZ, no, let's take Wendy Williams. She put a story out there of one of them athletes and his wife had cancer. Nobody knew. And she put it out there. And he handled her, verbally. He handled her. But if you dangle the carrot because you want to be relevant, and some people say bad news, bad press is better than no press at all, then you can complain when your stuff is all out there. Just like some people, just you don't know who they dating. It's some people, they speculate whatever, but just like who is that play on Blackish. Don't nobody know who she dating. Tracy Ellis Ross. Now, does she keep her personal life? If you know something, it's very little. Or she just gave, or somebody spotted them out and took a picture and assumed. But some people, they, 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 uh, they're very private and you don't know too much of nothing. You might speculate certain things, the way but you never heard it out of they mouth. You never heard it. But I think that's what a lot of public figures do. Zero. They put some stuff out there for to keep their name out there. I think, my opinion. Honestly, I would never have known anything about that story until people started to tell me about it. Which one? Which one about Jada and Will? No, it was August had a sit down talk with somebody, interview. And if you sit down and have an interview with somebody and it's on anybody's social media or the smallest little, it could be on who you listen to AM. We usually listen on the radio to FM. It could be on AM, but it's gonna go viral if it's about certain people. And let's face it, Jada and Will is juicy news to what is Jada and Will up to. So when August mentioned Jada, oh, it was gonna go viral. It was, unless people are living under a rock, you're gonna eventually hear it. If you turn on YouTube or any social media on TV, you gonna hear about it. It's people like Jada. Certain people name is just like it. You say something juicy like August had to say, juicy to a lot of people because they like drama. And even if you don't like drama, you're gonna hear it unless you're under a rock. But yeah, you was gonna eventually hear it because you're on YouTube. And you get those recommendations that come through. It's like you was gonna hear it at one point. I'll be looking for stuff with them either. But I just it's certain channels that come through my recommendations and those headlines. Like you can't help but to know. So I am going to end this live unless anybody got anything to say. I always like to invite people to come up just in case they don't want to type, do all that typing, and if they want to just come up and say, something real quick, I offer that. But if not, um, I will close this down. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Uh, Shout out to all you guys, B Town Zero, Nadia, Empath, Skins, Fan All Day, Miss TR. I want to shout you guys all out. I think I got through everybody. I appreciate you coming and joining. And I will be back tomorrow around 4 o'clock with another live. So thank you so much. And I am going to end it right now. Have a good evening. Have a good rest of your week. And be blessed, everyone.